There we go. We should be live. Sorry about that. I forgot to hit one button. But now we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Hello, hello. I was talking to a void there for a little bit, but now we're live. We're ready to go. User error. Problem between the keyboard and the chair. All right. So today on our live stream, I've got a couple outfits. We previewed those outfits. That's what was in our thumbnail that I pulled off of Fab for free, Unreal's new marketplace, Fab, which I have some mixed feelings about so far. How are analytics doing? Why is that frozen? Why are you frozen? Do I have to start the stream over again? Why are we having so many technical difficulties? There we go. It's no longer frozen. Cool. Sorry about that. Don't know why YouTube's bugging out on me, but we will just go ahead and jump into it and hope for the best here. Hopefully everything stays working the way it's supposed to. Yeah, so we got a couple outfits we're going to pull up in Maya. Get ready. I haven't seen them yet. We're going to troubleshoot these together. They're for a video I'm going to make later tonight for METATAILOR. So let's jump over to the screen plus me. Get that ready. I'm going to pull my head down here today. All right, so today I'm using Maya. Before we use Blender, Maya is my preferred program. Maya is the program that I do better in. So I'm going to get these actual prepared, ready for a video today. So let's go ahead and hit File, and I'm going to hit Import. Make sure I'm on my desktop, and I've got my female outfit. Let's start with that one, because that's the one I'm more excited for. I wanted to see the difference between the thick and the thin, and see which one I think is better. All right. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff, and that's a really cool outfit. So yeah, it's the outfit we previewed on our thumbnail. And that's kind of exactly what I was hoping for. It's got a lot of faces. This is a really dense mesh. It's a cool mesh and everything's separated. So let's go ahead and hit File, New Scene, and let's see what the other one looks like. Don't save, File, Import. Let's just take a look. So that was the thin weld. Do we have a thick weld? No, we have a thick unweld, thin weld. Let's try that one. I guess what's the difference then? Between these two. Let's put them side by side. They're identical. Let's see the inside of both of these. All right, let's check you. Yeah, for all intents and purposes, these are identical. All right, so I guess I'll get rid of this one and we'll focus on this one. And let's hide a couple things. Let's take a look. So we're just, hi anybody who's coming in, we're just taking a look at this set of clothing I pulled off of Fab, Unreal's new marketplace, which I have some mixed feelings on so far. I've used it a little bit. I'm not going to say it's good or bad yet. I'm going to use it a couple more times. I know they got in a little bit of heat for removing the Quixel Megascan library. And they have had to kind of walk that back. So this one has some wrinkles to it already, and those are molded in. I mean, it's interesting. I was hoping for a little bit less detail. It's a very fine detail, very high poly mesh here. Maybe a low poly mesh would be better, but we'll give it a shot. We'll throw this into METATAILOR and see how we do. Yeah. Just kind of taking everything out here. So let's highlight you, and I'm just gonna hit, let's hit combine. And hide, come down to you. We got a little belt here on the pants. I don't know if that's supposed to be part of the shirt. So let's unhide the shirt. Yep, that little part right there is supposed to be part of the shirt. So let's grab you and add those to the shirt. They're just a quick combine. And the key I'm hitting right there to get that fast menu is shift right click. If you are ever kind of playing in mind, you're like, whoa, where'd that come from? I remember when I was new to 3D programs, seeing something like that tool that nobody ever taught me in school, which was wild, was amazing. Shift right click combine. So there's the pants. Delete history on both of those. And then we can pull up this group right here. That's all of our jacket parts. Let's grab all those and shift right click and hit combine. Delete history. Delete this whole group here. Bring back everything. All right. So let's reassign some of these textures. I find reassigning textures in Maya actually helps us a little bit in METATAILOR. And then we'll export these 3 pieces out as FBXs and bring them into METATAILOR. And then we'll peek at the male clothing I stole off of Fab as well. It's free on Fab, this actual outfit. If you go into Fab and sort by free in the filter, this is available to anybody who wants to follow along and play with this same outfit that I'm playing with. All right. What we got thin weld shirt, thin weld pants. I guess because I imported both, it'd be helpful to know which one is thin weld front, thin weld jacket, thin weld pants. All right, let's reattach them. All right, where are you? I had more textures in there, I thought. Let's see. No, it didn't. ZPRG, that's not the right one. We can add our own textures in METATAILOR. You there had a whole bunch of colors though. So let's go ahead and take that back. Those must have just been default fawn colors and things in that realm. So just take it back a couple steps until right there before we deleted. Yes, those just be default textures. So let's go ahead and make sure we're deleting history. And there we go. I got rid of all those groups in the same way. All right, so let's export this out and we'll add our own colors inside METATAILOR for these items. So let's go File, Export Selection. I'm going to drop this in that same folder I was just working out of. New folder. We'll call this Female FBX. And we'll jump into here. So keep an eye on chat. If you have any questions or concerns about METATAILOR, anything we're doing, feel free to drop them in there. We got a couple other METATAILOR experts hanging out in the chat as well to help answer any of those questions. Call this one Female Jacket. All right, I'm going to hide that one. File, Export Selection. Call this one Female Shirt. We are just doing some prep work, and after this is going a little bit faster than I expected. I've got a character that I can pull out, Female Pants, that we can go ahead and attempt to bring into METATAILOR. It's not rigged, it's not UV'd, so we'll see what it looks like, what happens when we mess with that. All right, so there's that. Let's go ahead and minimize this first, and let's try opening up METATAILOR and seeing how well this works. Yeah, so we're just doing a little prep work. We're sitting around, we're live, we're using the program. This is stuff I was going to do for a video I was creating later tonight anyway. These outfits were pulled off of Fab, Unreal's new marketplace. I believe they were created in Marvelous. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name of it. which explains the drape and the very high poly count. All right, here's all of our previous characters. Let's go ahead and hit new project. We're going to call this one, for right now, I'm just going to call it Fab Import. So what I'm doing is I'm testing everything, making sure it's working before I create the video later tonight. All right. And I can import it on this character first, and then I'll bring it over to a different one. Import, desktop, and grab that impact. Let's grab that jacket. That's the one I'm most curious about. All right, that's looking really good. It's got those colors in there. I have no maps for it. We just saw, what's this little, poly count exceeds 100,000. That was a new error that we just dropped in there. And we were talking about adding that error in there. And there it is. It's a jacket. Yep. And let's go ahead and hit next step. Let's go ahead and move it. If you've seen any of my other live streams, the thing I aim for is the neck. And that kind of helps me set up my scale and set up my idea. This is a female jacket, so it'll be interesting to see how well this pose matches with the built-in drape and the built-in look about it. Bring those hips forward too. It was modeled on a realistic character. In our last live stream, we were modeling clothing on Sabrina and other Pokemon characters, other Pokemon gym trainers. And their body proportions were unrealistic because they're anime characters. This one, a lot more realistic, based off a real person. I'm just going in here. There we go. That's pretty good. You're always just looking for about 60%. Maybe pull that forward a little bit. No. I'm trying to clear up the back. Push those shoulders in. Maybe pull those shoulders up. Those shoulders down. We should be good. Let's go ahead and hit confirm and next step and let it do its tailoring. It's got a lot of poly, so I'm interested to see how it does. And it's doing pretty well. You can see it's chugging just a little bit there as it brings that out to the T-pose. So that's the downside to something with such a huge amount of polys. I'm not seeing anything in the chat, just making sure. Top chat, live chat. There we go. Yeah. So let us know if you have any questions. All right, there we go. So that's doing pretty good. I feel like it did actually pull it out a little bit more realistically because of the way this is kind of on the person. It's a coat, it's a baggier jacket, it's a short jacket. I feel like that's pulling up correctly. Let's take a look at our content browser and actually throw this on a female avatar here real quick. Those are the ones I don't have. I want my content avatars. And let's change it right there. Bring it back to its more natural A pose. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Look at that. The shoulders feel a bit 80s. I don't think that was the original intention with this. Maybe I would come in and let's add just a little bit of shrink wrap in here. Yeah, that's better. That brought those shoulders down. So let's see if we can't. So there's the shoulders right there. Let's bring set setting at about a 44. We bring that back to 0. I clicked away. So yeah, it's adding more and more out there. Yeah, each time I move it, it makes it think. All right, so we can actually import the next thing while that's thinking. Import cloth and accessories. Let's grab that shirt. So kind of an undershirt. I think technically if this was a real outfit, these would be full long sleeve, but to avoid the sleeves clipping into each other with physics, they just cut those sleeves out. Nice white shirt. I don't need any more. It's a high poly count again. We'll call it a shirt. It's going to apply it to our character here. Let's hit next step. Oh wait, did I hit next step? No, I didn't. Okay, I'm like, did I hit next step too soon? No, here's the... There we go. There we go. Maybe changing the hue would have been good, just so we weren't trying to match white on top of white. And I could change it back later, but we're too late now. I'll keep that in mind when I go to do the pants. Bring those shoulders down, bring them in a little bit. And the big thing is this person's hips were pushed a little farther forward and they were a little thinner. Pushing those hips closer to each other is helpful to kind of pull them in. That's pretty good. It's got that natural drape there, which isn't great, but we'll leave that as it is. We'll hit confirm and let's hit next step. Let's see how this paints it. And then we'll even change the hue and take a peek at it. So hi everybody, all of our new viewers. We are just having our regular live stream, our Friday live stream. We're open for Q&A. We've got some other METATAILOR experts in the chat with me. I'm just pulling in these outfits that I grabbed off of Fab. I believe they were made in Marvelous Designer originally. And they were just free on Fab, so I pulled them down. I'm going to be using them for videos I'm creating later tonight. And I took them apart in Maya, and now I'm putting them back together in METATAILOR to make sure it works. So we imported this really cool jacket already, and we just added this shirt, and our dynamic layer put that on top of our person really well. And that built-in draping is looking really good on the back. I don't know how great it'll look if we tried to apply physics to something like this, but I mean, it looks cool right now. METATAILOR worked with that. It's always something I've been trying to look and hunt to try. Uh-oh, our jacket kind of started blending together there a little bit. Is drapery. The idea of drape on fabric and suits and stuff like that. A lot of the stuff you find online that I have been working with and we've been playing with together has been very stiff, very starched, because that's just the nature of 3D. This is the first thing I've pulled in that has like a level of drapery to it, which I think is really neat. And shrink that. I think that this right here is what's causing that jacket to kind of pull a little strangely. This is the first thing we pulled in with drapery though, and I think that drapery is working really nicely. I really want to try to find like my ideal piece of clothing is like a really baggy Irish sweater. And that's what I've been kind of hunting all along. And to try to pull something like that in. And I have one pseudo modeled. Like I said, if this, we're just hanging out, we're just streaming. So maybe I'll probably end up doing that at the end. Is grab a character I have that I made it's not great. I didn't create the clothing in Marvelous or anything. I made it in Maya. But maybe we'll take that character I made and see how well they work in Marvelous. Just like a custom avatar. So you can see this side did not pull as well as the other side did. Smooth under this arm right here. I'm going to do a little push-pull. Smooth's doing a little bit. Not as much as I'd like. Let's try to relax. Same idea. Just trying to unbunch the damage I did under there. You can see it like calculating a little bit. Even that's struggling. There's a lot of faces under there. Let's go ahead and hit confirm. I'll bring that jacket back on. Looks like the armpits of the jacket are looking a little bit better now that I've fixed that undershirt and it's not trying to... So the dynamic layering was trying to overlay that undershirt, and because the undershirt was kind of sticking out a little bit too far, can't really see my arms. my window here is too small. But because that undershirt was sticking out too far, the jacket was trying to compensate for that, and it kind of created that weird webbing underneath the arms. All right, so this outfit might work for my videos later today. That was kind of the point of this, was checking, all right, will this work? Can I show a couple tools or a couple things with this, importing, exporting, for some quick just how-to videos for any of our new viewers and stuff like that. That's kind of the next set of videos I'm making here. Let's go ahead and hit import cloth and accessories. Let's grab those pants. These I was already going to go in and add a little tint to them in the light blue to kind of match. Hue, saturation. Okay, then let's grab our pants. Same kind of idea right there in the blue. There we go. I was doing that button there. Trying to match the logo on our thumbnail. A little shiny. A little metallic. Make them feel like latex pants. That's really cool. I'm gonna fix that button now. I'm gonna change that to more of a brassy gold right around there. Next step, call them, where are they? Pants. That's sitting pretty good. Let's move them. For the pants, I always kind of aim for the hips, where I want them to sit on the body. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and do our pose match. Make those hips a little thinner. We had to do so for the jacket anyway. Bring those hips forward. Maybe make them a little thinner again. There we go. We'll take those knees. Push those knees up. Push those knees back. Take the heels. Push those heels back. Push those heels over. You can push those heels down. Make those feet smaller. So this one's already kind of getting this skin tight kind of look about it. So I'll hit confirm, but what I'll do is I'll scale this up just a tad. It looks like it's exactly the same size. All right, there's that, there's that. We're trying to go for like a 60% match, but this is a little bit less than 60, I would say. I think we're struggling a little bit with these pants. They're a little too skinny. Let's give it a try. Like I said, this is mostly just a test to see if it'll work for later on. I'm going to be deleting it out of here anyway, so let's give it a shot and see what it looks like with this actually applied. And see how well it does. Good, bring it down underneath everything so it's not trying to overlap all that stuff. Let it do its tailoring. It's looking good. It's snapping into place. Shirt's getting a little strange around the top. We could probably fix that by once again taking our shrink wrap to something like 62. How does that look? We've pushed that a little bit tighter under the shirt there. So that's looking pretty good. I was just seeing what kind of changes that would do if I change the effects layering, but that affects the coat too much too. So we'll turn effects layering back on. Effects layering basically turns the functionality of our dynamic layering over on the left on and off, which is helpful for trickier outfits and trickier pieces of clothing, but for this, that didn't help. What this shirt specifically needs would be like an effects layering option at the bottom where I can paint on what's affected. I can go ahead and hit the relax, sculpt original. Just kind of come in here, or how about push pull? Yeah, I got a nice big radius. Just kind of pull all of this out maybe a little farther. This character has larger hips than the one this was originally modeled after. How does that look? Did I fix the hem at the bottom? That's my goal. Nope, probably made it worse. What if I did this? What if I swapped you two? Did a couple things. I made the shirt smaller, and then I tucked it in, seeing if that would affect the pants too much, vice versa. If the pants are affecting the shirt, let's see if the shirt affects the pants in any sort of strange way. A little bit better. It's doing that same thing. It's having trouble with that drapery. So there is an instance where maybe the drapery won't work well, is trying to work with the dynamic layering or work on top of the dynamic layering. Everything else is looking nice. Even at the bottom of the feet where we have some of that being draped across the top of the foot isn't looking too bad, or the back of the knees. It looked good without the pants on the back of the shirt. That was looking really cool, but trying to dynamic layer those, we're seeing there's some issues. So if I decide to keep going forward with this outfit in tonight's video, I would just try to work around that or figure something out with that drapery for this character. So that's not working perfectly, but hey, I really did like the look of the jacket, so maybe I'll even just use the jacket. All right, so there's this character. If I want to, I can save it, but what I'm going to do is go to my content. I'm just going to delete this stuff out of here. And we'll do the same thing for the men's outfit. We'll take a peek at the men's outfit. Probably run into similar issues, but we'll give it a shot. All right. Go to my content, all. I'm just going to hit delete, 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 and delete. Delete, X, X, X. Let's go to avatars. Let's change out our avatar back to our METATAILOR avatar. There we go. Let's hit save one more time. And I can close out of this just for now, just so I'm not running Maya and this at the same time. Even though it was saved over here, but I can go ahead and hit file, new scene. Nope, I don't need to save the changes. I did what I needed to do. Let's go file import. This was the female. Let's take it up and hit the male outfit. Got object thin, and then FBX thin and thick. Let's take a look at the FBX thick. Yeah, similar draping, similar issue, but this one's just two articles. It's just a pants and hoodie. All right, that one's all connected though, so we'll have to try to cross our fingers. Let's see. It's gonna take a lot of work. A lot more faces too. I might have to go on and See if I can't find something better. At least the faces are pseudo connected. So I just have to go through. Like, that's a lot of faces. This is 427,000, 4 times the warning on METATAILOR, where the last one wasn't probably as big. So let's go ahead and delete you. Let's just take a peek at thin. Let's see if thin has the same number of faces. No, it's only 159,000. It's still going to give us the warning, but it's not as big. And so this thin looks like it's a proper thin. The other one, everything wasn't like this one, but this one does not have the insides. So that's where we reduced a lot of those faces. All right, well, let's just quick split it. What I'm doing is I'm just grabbing everything I think that would be part of the hoodie here. And hiding it. So I could go to face. What do I want to do with this one? I want to split these. So what I'll do is I'll take all these, hit delete, hit Shift H. So we just have this. Hit File, Export Selection as an FBX. Take it back up. New folder, call this the Mail FBX. And we'll take a look at this inside METATAILOR. Hi, other stuff, Landy Rose. 5.5. So I am not using 5.5 tonight. Right now I'm using Maya to split these items up and put them into METATAILOR to take a look at them. I do know some of our users have been using 5.5. There's been a lot of bugs with it though, so it's something to be careful with. 5.4 I believe is more stable. Because 5.5 just came out. All right, so I made that one, so let's go ahead and hit Control Z, take it back to when we had pants again. There we go. We can just, instead of doing all that, I can just hit Shift H. And this time I will, let's see, hide the pants, hide the pants, hide the pants, hide the pants. Hide the pants. Pants, 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 pants. How many times can I say pants on stream? What about you? You are part of the pants. I can hide you. And you, and you, and you, and you're gonna be part of the belt going around. Not that I can even see you, but we'll get rid of these faces just to be without them. All right. And we'll export these out. Pants FBX. All right. I feel like I can successfully close out of here. And let's bring METATAILOR back up. All right, we can go back to that FBX import where we were testing it. And just double click on it. And import cloth accessories. Take it back, grab the male outfit now. Let's do the pants first. Pants. Just kind of a, I think that saturation. A lighter, dustier blue. Like a stonewash blue jean kind of look to it. Make that pretty flat. There we go. Call them pants. So these are supposedly very tight pants with all those wrinkles coming around there. So we'll go ahead and move those up into place. Looking for the hips, looking for the waist right there. That's pretty good. I think that's scaled pretty well. Let's go ahead and start our pose match. We can pull our hips, we'll pull our knees back first into place. Grab our heels, bring those back. The calves are looking pretty good. The legs are where we're struggling a little bit. Got a little bit of a Mike Tyson going on back here. A joke for all of our Netflix subscribers. It's everywhere. Everybody should know that joke by now. All right. I just kind of scaled that out a little bit. Maybe pull it down a little bit. I confirm we'll do a pose match one more time. Now that we kind of change the shape of it a little bit more. That's a better match. Probably just pull our foot down right there. Over a little bit. Back a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and hit confirm and next step and see how well these tailor onto that. Cool. And then we'll grab our tools and we will shrink wrap that pretty heavily because they're supposed to be like tight jeans. So bring that up to a 50 while it thinks about, oh, it did pretty good. I don't even know, I think that had the warning. I'm pretty sure it had the warning. But these are moving a lot faster. This is a better set than the coat and shirt and pants from the other model. Those are looking really good. And that drapery in here, that's looking really good. I'm seeing some weird kind of cinching in here that maybe we could go in and maybe fix by doing some shrink wrapping on the original. Trying to keep them like separated under here. Really push that idea. Let's hit confirm. Might have done a little bit better. The only way to really tell would be to hop into like a running. And that's okay. I'm not really seeing. Okay, I'm seeing a little hole in there where those two are fighting with each other. What if we do the opposite? What if we hit it with a smooth? Push pull. Nope. That didn't work. Back to a little bit better. All right, let's get the hoodie in here. I wonder... No, it won't let me do a two-tone for this hoodie. So we'll grab our hue and our saturation. That kind of gold color would be nice with the blue jeans. Take away a lot of that shininess. Call this more of a shirt. Match it to the neck. Make that a little bit more baggy. That's looking good. Start pose match. So this is the first time I've really worked with any sort of baggy clothes, which is neat. To kind of see how METATAILOR works with this, and it's working really well. Remember, this is the thin, and it had no inside mesh. So that's also been a huge help, especially with my push, pull, and shrink wrap. Because sometimes it's not an Ariana Grande sweater. Sometimes when you're working on stuff like that, it'll pull the faces that are underneath out, and we don't want that. Just trying to get that into place here. That's pretty good. Remember, we're looking for a 60%. 60% match. Let's hit confirm, next step, and let that wrap it. The always tedious A pose to T pose. Always pulls our armpits just a little bit. And you can see how that's kind of billowing out the front here and doing a little bit of a break in there. So let's go back to our bind pose. Let's take the whole shrink wrap up on you. Let's take the whole thing up a little bit. Start with that. All right, you can see some weird points in there. Huh. I wonder. Let me roll through. No, it doesn't let me roll through. Well, it's got so much of that weight in there. Who's pulling you out? Nobody. Ain't nobody doing it. Guess the bleed between spine 1 and spine 2 and regular spine are what's causing that. Huh. Interesting. Oops, looks like that. Right there, you can see some of those faces are kind of causing an issue where they're overlapping each other. It kind of fixed that, but not really. That fixed the back a little bit. So softening up some of these big divots, I think, is what's helping. Trying to relax these. Using the sculpt layered. It's working on that. Blow that strength up. Smooth's doing some wonders too. Smooth really cleaned up that side pretty well. Moving that around, hitting it with the smooth. Let's hit confirm. See what that does for us. That cleaned a lot of it up. We got a little mess up here. I probably just need to sit with that for a little bit more. But I'll take that shrink wrap down even now. It's really hugging that belt. Bring our shrink wrap to 0. It's a very similar thing where if I was able to take effects layering off on the bottom, we might be able to do something like that with a little bit of physics. Auto-generate parameters. Yes. Manually paint. Paint. Yeah. That's looking better. Especially on the hoodie there. That's pretty good. Let's hit confirm. Let's do a simple idle. Looking better. Bottom here is weirdly ballooned out, but it's looking better. All right, so there's 2 things I could go in and start working on and messing with for our next set of videos. I know how they look. I know what to do. All right, so I can do the same thing I did the last one, delete these out. Delete. And delete. We got a couple people watching. So now let's go ahead. I'm going to jump over to my head for a moment while I prepare, or at least grab the file that I need. Let's try to bring in an avatar. I don't know if this will work, but we'll find out. All right, we'll give this a shot. I'm going to try to export it out as an FBX and bring it into Mixamo first. All right, let's take a look at this character together. It's a pretty simple character, pretty simple cartoon character that I made in Maya for other lectures, other things, and I'll probably even try to pull out this I said, really low poly sweater. And we'll even see what that looks like. So let's go ahead and create a quick new folder. Call this Avatar Live Import. And let's give it a shot. See what steps we need to take. See what errors we run into. I can delete this out of here. That was just part of the hair's default kind of creation when we were creating the funky hair up there for the top of his head. So let's first take this shirt right here, this sweater, and hit File. Export Selection, Desktop, and we'll put this on the Avatar Live Import. We'll call this one a shirt. Export Selection. Technically, he has pants as well. We'll export those out. Very stylized character. So this will be interesting to see how it works. And then the rest of the characters right here. And I'll grab the hair as well. I'll just kind of grab everything all at once here. File. Export Selection. This character is colloquially named Lentil. Lentil Ryan. Because there's another one, Miriam P. And he's supposed to look like a lentil bean. Or at least that's the tall and skinny versus the P-shaped other character. All right. I can close out of this. Don't save. So I've got those 3 FBXs. Bringing in the clothing is fine. To bring in a character, they need a skeleton. And a quick and easy way to create a skeleton would be through Mixamo. So let's go ahead and take a look at Mixamo. Mixamo is a free website through Adobe. Oops, I'm not going to show my login. Let me quick log in. Sign in. All right, there we go. So let's upload a character. Select a character file, drop the character here. He doesn't have a skeleton, so will it take it? And put a skeleton in for us. That's the hope. So we're discovering this live. I've never tried this before. All right, there's our character. They did not keep the smooth selection, which is great. For best results, you have your character in T-bows, fingers spread apart. Use arrow buttons to rotate your character and have it face forward. That's forward, so let's go ahead and hit next. All right, place markers on your model, and then press next for the auto-rigging process. So the chin is going to be right there. Our wrists. Right there. I want to bring it up a little bit. There we go. Right there. Same with the chin. I wanted to bring that chin up. We're so slightly. Come on. Come on. Super sensitive. There we go. Let's go for our elbows. His elbows are right about. And if this doesn't work like this, I can bake the smoothness of this avatar. That's pretty good for the elbows. Knees, and the groin area. There you go. Let's hit next. Skeleton 65. Yeah, that's fine. Let's hit next. Let it auto rig here. Let's see if we can bring this into METATAILOR. It'd be really cool if I could. Opens up a lot of opportunities. Well, that's just neat all in and of itself. Next, then now that it's ready for Mixamo and it's been made Mixamo, the other thing you can do is you can download, once you get the character clothed and put all the outfits on them, export that out of METATAILOR, bring that into Maya and put animations on it in Maya. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hit download. FBX, we'll do the original pose. Yeah, FBX original pose, download. Put this into our live stream and call this one Lentil Rigged. And then just for my own sake, I want to see how all these skin weights are. That works really cool. All right, I'm going to bring this over here. I'm not going to close out of it just yet. Let's go ahead and open a METATAILOR and try to bring in this avatar. Cross our fingers, hope it works. If it does, this is, like I said, a super simple way to rig a character where you don't need to know anything about rigging to get this active and working inside of METATAILOR. You can create it in ZBrush, you can create it in Maya, 3ds Max, Blender, wherever you want to create a character, and just bring that avatar, your character, directly into METATAILOR and then start clothing them. So I can open up Fab Import for now. Let's import an avatar. Go back up to our desktop, Avatar Live Import, Lentil Rigged, open. Ha ha ha, it worked. He's super tiny, but it worked. (6'5" seems right for a tall character with poofy hair. All right. So the only thing you'll notice is that with this character, he is a very low poly version because I was using subdiv or subdivisions to make him look nice and smooth like we had it before. So we can just fix that right now if we wanted to. We know it works. So let's go ahead and open Maya back up. And I'll bake that with everything. We'll bring it back into Mixamo, which I still have open on the other screen, and we'll just bring in a slightly smoother version. We're live. Why don't we do it live? We'll keep doing it. We'll keep hanging out. If you have any questions about anything coming up in METATAILOR or anything working in METATAILOR, let me know. Get rid of that. Get rid of... Well, we'll take everything here. Go to Modify. Convert. Smooth Math Preview to Polygons. There we go. Just added a couple more polygons in there. We'll quick do an export file. Export selection. We'll override what we have. Oops, this document's on my desktop. Sure. Pants. Lentil. Close out. Don't save. Drag Mixamo back over here. We'll hit upload a character. Do the same exact thing we just did. Better, smooth preview. Orient is correct. Let's go ahead and hit next. We'll just place these landmarks again. Be helpful if they stopped the animations. My computer's having trouble running the stream, running the animations, while still trying to place this auto rig in here on a very, very tiny window, I might add. Also, if they could zoom in for me just a little bit, that would help. But hey, this worked perfectly. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. So for those of you who are watching and hanging out with us, what this means is you can make an avatar out of anything. And as long as it's bipedal, at the very least, you can have Mixamo just rig it for you. And what's an added bonus to that is once you get this rigged in Mixamo and back into METATAILOR, you get your clothes on your character, you can use these Mixamo animations in a program like Unreal or Maya. All of that starts just working for you. So the fact that this just works is fantastic. It'll save you so much time and energy. Letting it do its auto rig. And we'll immediately, we won't even play with the animations, we'll bring this directly into METATAILOR. Cool, next. Yeah, the last one. It was just saying, hey, do you want to delete the low poly version of this guy you brought in? And yes, absolutely, download. FBX, no animation. How do I get rid of the Roomba dancing? There we go. Just get rid of the Roomba dancing like that. Download. There we go. FBX and a T pose. Nope, let's bring it back in its original pose. Our A pose right there. Download. And just overwrite this one. Overwrite, overwrite, overwrite. All right. Now I can close out of Mixamo. I got what I needed. Got METATAILOR right here. Import, avatar. Let's try it again. Made him super tiny. We know we want 6. Gives us the proper height for this guy. Just give him a hue. Like a blue or green hue. Just a low saturation. Yeah. There we go. All right, so it's placed our ankles in a good spot, our toes and our heels. I feel like are in a pretty good spot. Maybe our heels can come up a little bit. Let's take heel L, put it right there. Heel R, put it right there. Heel L, put it back here. R, move you back over. Toe, come back out here. Heel, go back here. Just checking the heights on all these. All right. Come on up. Knees are pretty good. Might just bring them down a little bit. Right there, right there. It's looking good. Wrist is looking good. I could definitely bring the leg L and leg R down a ways. There we go. Same with the belly. He's a long figure. Characterized. Our elbows are good though. Maybe just down a touch on either side. Wrists are good. Our neck base, I could probably pull that up a little bit. Skull base right about there. Nose tip. He is very much a character. He's got his hair in there. Skull crown right about there. I think that's pretty good. Next step. My content. Avatars. Lentil Ryan, change avatars. There he is. A little blue man. Let's go to the marketplace. Let's throw some clothes on him. Ooh, let's grab an assembly. I want him to be a cashier, chef, firefighter, Groovy Die, Mad Max, biker dude. What's one I really haven't played with? I have not played with a couple of the zombie ones. I was drawn to Train Conductor. Apply it. Oh, that has a fun look. That's a really fun look. Look at that. Holy schmoggles, that's great. His hair's sticking up a little bit from the hat, what we can do. We can grab the body right here. Grab our body. Grab our visibility brush. Sculpt original. And just carve out. Chunk of his head right there. Confirm. Oh, it did his actual head. It didn't do the hair. I wanted to grab the hair. Let's get rid of the hat altogether. There we go. Visibility brush, sculpt original. Boom, boom, boom. Just the top, just the top. Confirm. Is there a way to put it back? Ha ha ha! I can hold down shift. I didn't know if there was a way to put it back, but I can hold down shift and that'll put it back. Oh, that's cool. I've not played with the visibility brush all that much, so that's just super intuitive. I love that. Put his skull back in there. Let's grab that hat, put it back on. I love how it just worked. That always blows me away, how it just worked. So just a little bit more of that visibility brush in the hair. And there's our lentil as a train conductor. His feet don't match perfectly. We can adjust that or make any changes we need to. Grab the shoes. That is because these shoes are just one unit. Maybe I'll swap out those shoes for a shoe. A single shoe. Cashier shoe, what's a cool shoe? Our Adepta boot from my Adepta Sororitas video. Referee shoes. Those are shoes, though. I'm looking for a single shoe that I can. Business suit shoes. Oh, that's purple. I guess I could do this cashier shoe. And those are shoes I already had. But then I can go in and kind of like move the shoe to cover the foot a little bit better. And then mirror it over. There he goes. He just has some slightly comfier shoes. Very fun. Save that up. That's pretty much it. So we went in. It's been over an hour. We've been streaming. We prepped a couple outfits for a video later today. And then with that little extra time at the end, I was able to take just a Maya character. And I made this version of this character. I make it every year, twice a year for class and for students. But I made this specific one like a year and a half ago in Maya. And I was able to just take that character, export it out as an FBX, throw that into Mixamo, throw it back into METATAILOR, and it worked. It just worked, which blows my mind. I said that, I'll say it 100 times. METATAILOR just works. It works perfectly every single time. If you watched an earlier stream, we put clothes on a horse and it just worked. We didn't think stuff like that would work. So we're testing this stuff out. We're having fun in these live streams. And this was really neat. I really enjoyed what I learned and kind of what I played with here today and what was functional, what was doable. So that's it. Thank you all for hanging out. If you want to see more streams like this, we're trying to stream every single Friday. We'll keep announcing it and putting it at different times, trying to figure out when we have our most views, our most viewers. So let us know what times you're available. Let us know if you want to see anything. Join us on Discord. And like I said, like and subscribe to make sure you see more streams and more videos like this.